ASMR. Imagine stepping into a world where the air is crisp and the only sounds are the wind in the trees and maybe the rush of the wild rivers. Tonight, I'll take you through the wildest national parks in Europe, places where nature is untouched and your adventure is waiting. And let's start with Sarek National Park in Sweden. So, Sarek National Park, Sweden. The wilderness factor 10 out of 10. Because there are zero market trails, no visitor centers, no bridges over the rivers. You're on your own. You are on your own. The landscape is a glacier-covered peaks, alpine valleys, and some brighted rivers cutting through the west tundra. Unique experience navigating without trails under the midnight sun or auroras can be a unique adventure and a challenge. Why is Wild one of Europe's few areas that feels like an Arctic wilderness? Arctic wilderness. Next, Vatnajökull National Park, Vatnajökull. I hope I pronounce it correctly, Vatnajökull National Park, where in Iceland. The wilderness factor 9 out of 10. Fire and ice on a massive scale. Here lies the largest glacier in Europe. Nearby there are active volcanoes, black plains and icy caves. You may encounter Arctic foxes, seabirds, and seals. So, foxes, seabirds, and seals. The unique experience is hiking between lava fields and icy rivers on a single day. Why it's wild, it's unpredictable and shaped by constant geological change. Next, Durmitor National Park in Montenegro. Durmitor. Well, it's located in Montenegro. The wilderness factor 9 out of 10. High mountains and deep gorges with predators still roaming free, like brown bears and wolves. The landscape astonishing, towering limestone peaks, glacier lakes, and the Tara River Canyon, Europe's deepest canyon. The wildlife, brown bears, wolves, lynx, and wild goats mostly. Unique experience, white water rafting through an untouched canyon. Why it's wild feels like a medieval mountain frontier. Durmitor National Park, Montenegro. Next, Vatnajökull in Stockholm. Cairngorms is in Scotland. Cairngorms. 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 National Park in Scotland. The wilderness factor is 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Harsh windswept plateaus and old forests. The landscape, moorlands, ancient Caledonian pine forest and icy mountain ranges. As its wildlife, I may suggest red deer, wildcats, and golden eagles. Unique experience, winter trekking on the high plateau, where visibility can vanish in a few minutes. It must be a unique experience. Why it's wild? Weather changes fast. Survival skills matter here. The rate of challenge is 7 out of 10. Right, so let's take a Next is Triglav National Park in Slovenia. Triglav National Park in Slovenia. The wilderness factor is 8 out of 10. Remote alpine valleys with fairy tale vibe. The Slovenian Alps, emerald rivers and cascading waterfalls are some of their true beauties. In wildlife, you may encounter ibex, bears, brown bears mostly, and chamois. The unique experience is climbing Mount Triglav at Slovenian rite of passage. It is very wild because it's untamed yet accessible, perfect for adventure hikers. Next is Oulanka National Park in Finland. Oulanka National Park in Finland. The wilderness factor, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Prime boreal forest wilderness at its origin. Landscape full of rivers, wild rivers, suspension bridges, boreal forest, rapids, and pine forests. wildlife, bears, lynx, and Siberian jays. Unique experience. The Cairngorms, the Bear Trail, one of Europe's best long hike trails. Why? It's wild, it's remote and predator rich, and yet it's peacefully as well. Oulanka, Finland. Next is Picos de Europa National Park in Spain. Yeah. Picos de Europa. In northern Spain. The wilderness factor, 8 out of 10. It has dramatic cliffs, and hidden valleys. Why it's wild is isolated mountain, culture and rugged beauty, unique. The landscape is sharp limestone peaks, deep gorges, and high meadows. The wildlife you may encounter: vultures, bears, they might be rare, but they are sighted, and the unique experience is hiking the Cairngorms with sheer rock walls and on both sides. Next is in Portugal, Peneda-Gerês. Peneda-Gerês National Park in northern Portugal. Well, the wild factor is somewhere 7 out of 10. Where wilderness meets ancient village life. Landscape, granite mountains, waterfalls, and antique villages. Wildlife, Garano wild ponies, wild boar and wolves. Unique experience. Walking centuries-old Roman roads through the mountains. Why it's wild? Human and wild landscape blend seamlessly. Peneda-Gerês National Park. So let's direct. Next is in Romania, the Retezat National Park. Retezat National Park. Retezat National Park. Wilderness factor 9 out of 10. Here is the pure Carpathian wilderness. The landscape is rugged and has glacial lakes and old-growth forests. The wildlife, brown bears, plenty of them, wolves, lynxes, and foxes. unique experience. Camping at Bucura Lake. Camping at Bucura Lake surrounded by jagged peaks. Why it's wild? It is very remote, is very predator rich and almost entirely undeveloped. Retezat National Park in Romania. And the last one is in Norway. Hardangervidda. Hardangervidda. Hardangervidda National Park in Norway. Here it is an endless tundra plateau. Endless tundra plateau. Landscape, rolling hills, glacial feed rivers and icy lakes and high waterfalls. Well, the largest herds of wild reindeer in Europe and Arctic foxes can be encountered in this area. The unique experience is crossing the plateau on skis in winter. Why it's wild? Vastness that makes you feel tiny in nature expanse. Hardangervidda National Park. The wilderness factor is 8 out of 10. Forgot. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little wild journey, well, here on paper, into Europe's wildest places. Tell me which park you would explore first and why, and let me know that in the comments. Thank you for spending this time with me, and until next time, sleep well and dream of wilderness. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.